Is there anything more Australian than camping? For the purposes of this next story, there absolutely is not. But some believe the great Aussie holiday is under threat, thanks to a steep hike in government fees on hitting the great outdoors. The dewy ground carpeted in autumn leaves, the smoky scent of a recent campfire, surrounds teeming with wildlife. Yes, sharing a dressing room with Nick Cody can be a challenge, which is why I like to escape it all by going camping.
Hey mate, can I have these?
No.
Thanks mate.
Camping is one of the more wholesome, soul-restoring activities you can do, providing you keep your eyes peeled for dangers like snakes, cliffs and increased fees. The New South Wales National Parks and Wildlife Service is proposing a standardised fee system for national park campgrounds that'll push prices in some places up by 600%.
My initial reaction is that it could price ordinary, everyday Aussies out of being able to take their families camping. And for me, this is one of the most beautiful ways that Australians can go out and meet the environment, and especially young people.
The service is proposing a 6-tier system with more facilities equaling more costs, meaning sites with barbecues, flush toilets and hot showers could jump from $16 per night to as much as $54 or even $89 during peak season. Parks and Wildlife says these changes are needed to improve maintenance due to an increase in visitors, but also that a raised price will cut down on ghost bookings, in which people book campsites but don't bother turning up, preventing others from using the space.
And that means places like Barrington Tops are going to see their fees jacked up.
But Parks and Wildlife denies they're just jacking up, telling the project
the proposal would provide consistency and equity for all visitors by linking fees to the level of services and facilities provided and seasonal demand.
I think it's really important that there is a fair system where everyone has access to the wilderness, where anyone can go camping and have an ability to go into our national parks. But it needs thoughtfulness and it needs a system that is going to work for everyone. And I don't think this one does.
So isn't increasing camping fees really the best way to address these issues? Or will price hikes put nature hikes further out of reach?
Well, Mike Atkinson is a survivalist and was the runner-up in Alone Australia. Mike, Parks and Wildlife says these changes are needed. Are they wrong?
There is some change needed because the booking system doesn't work very well. Before COVID, there wasn't a booking system for most of the campgrounds in New South Wales National Parks, and it was fine then. I think they do need to remove the booking system for those that didn't have one before, but I don't think the answer is to put enormous prices on them.
Mike, do you think is the best way to combat ghost bookings or people who don't show up?
The best way is to remove that system for those campsites that didn't have them before COVID. It was only introduced to manage an infectious disease. That's now passed. There has been, even since I was a little kid, when you camped on busy coastal sites, there was a booking system and fees. Now, they didn't have a ghost booking problem then because you've got to pay so much. Instead of just removing that system, they're now going to put those high fees on almost all of the campgrounds. That is going to block a whole bunch of people out. Poor people, young people, they are not going to be able to camp in New South Wales National Parks campgrounds.
Yeah, I understand your concerns here, and everyone's focusing on the price rises, I think for understandable reasons. Parks and Wildlife, though, have told us that the changes are not that simple. They'll actually lower camping fees outside of peak season, as well as remove fees for the most remote or the most basic campsites. Doesn't that mean that there is good in this, that there is something to be considered on balance here?
OK, I don't agree with that statement. So Threadbow Diggings, the example of, they have pictures in their proposal of this campsite. At the moment, there is zero camping fee. In high season, it'll be 36. In low season, it'll be 24. Are they saying, oh, we're being generous because we've only knocked it up to 24 from $0?
No, I think what they're saying is...
it's currently zero.
Yeah. That's that particular case. My understanding of what they're saying is that there are some campsites throughout the state that will be cheaper with this arrangement than they are currently when out of season or when out of peak season.
Well, they're saying 10% of them will be free. At the moment, or before COVID, there was, I would say, 50 to 60% that were free. So, you know, there might be like some pepperings of some cheaper stuff, but on the whole, it'll be an enormous price increase.
Hey, Mike, what's the best thing about camping for you?
Oh, I mean, it's hard to quantify. I think without it, though, if you remove that ability to get outdoors, and I hate using the word connect, it's way overdone, but that's really what you're doing. If you lose that ability, it makes you sad. It means you don't pass on those skills and that enjoyment to your kids. And generations go past and they spend less time in the bush. We should be encouraging people to get out in the bush, not discouraging them through high prices. And that's what this increase in prices is doing. It's discouraging them from booking.
Hey, Mike, we can feel your passion and we so appreciate it. Thanks for your time.
No worries. Thanks.